Hello everyone, welcome to today's video, and in today's video we are building a PWA or a progressive web application with Next.js and Firebase push notifications. What this means is that one, our app can be installable. Two, it means it can receive the notifications whether the app is open or the app is closed. Okay. And this is actually episode 8 in our Next.js mastery course. And if you haven't checked it out, please, I will leave a link in the description. Go ahead and check it out. But this episode is fully on YouTube for free, so that you guys can watch it and see how to implement the push notifications and the PWA. So to show you the demo of what we have done, this is the app. Never mind of the UI, very simple UI, but basically the first thing you see that is, you see on top here, we have this app already installed on the system. That's why it says open in app. Okay, if I click this, it goes ahead and opens in app. I can just go back, return back to the browser. So I'm just going to go ahead. You can just go ahead and see recently added. You can see it is here. You can even go ahead and uninstall this. Okay, so you can see this is actually installed on the system. You can see it here. So you can just go ahead and uninstall. Go ahead and install and uninstall. Okay, so it is gone. So that means if I go back here on the app, I see now this install button because I don't have it installed. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and install this and click on install, and this installs and opens it in this window. This means this is typically a PWA. That means that this one is a progressive web app. You can install it on your desktop, you can install it on your phone, and this supports, of course, it supports the offline mode. That means you can open it. So if you just go on my desktop, you see that I actually have it here, the Bazaar UG e-commerce. So now if I just go back in here, I can just add this. So this is how it works. We add like items in cart, and then we go ahead and place the order, and you can see that we get this notification in real time. Okay, we get a notification in real time, and this is what you call a foreground notification. The one you see here is what you call a foreground notification. You can actually design it more the way you want here, the foreground. But we have also the background notification. So the background notification is when the app is closed and we send a notification. Okay, the app is closed, we send notification, then it's going to display the other one you are familiar with, the one for the foreground. Okay. Yeah, so we also, if I just go back and put this back to open in Chrome. So if you go back here and you disable, let's go ahead and disable the, delete the token. So if you just go in here, and this is my application, let's go, you see there is FCM token. Let me go ahead and remove this token. And if we just refresh, you will see that it's going to ask us to enable notifications. Okay, it's going to ask us to enable notification, and if I click on enable, now it is enabled and the new token has been generated from the Firebase. By the way, I also have the Firebase here. We set this up with the Firebase, so I have Firebase, everything is running from Firebase right now. We have the cloud messaging enabled. We have the service accounts and everything. I take you step by step of how to set it up. And of course, we have a complete guide on how to do this. You know me, I always use guides so that you can just keep on revisiting this. So we have a full guide on how to do this step by step. Even if you don't see the video and you follow this one, you definitely just have it in your application. So if you're just happy, let's dive in and get started. Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. So in today's video we are building a progressive web app with Next.js and Firebase push notifications. And this has been one of the most requested videos in 2025, and I thought I could create an extensive video of how to create a progressive web app and also to add in the Firebase push notifications. Now, it doesn't necessarily need to you put a progressive web app, but I wanted to actually show you that you can create a progressive web app, and then you can also add Firebase push notifications. But you can actually create a progressive web app without Firebase push notifications. It's not a must that both of them they have to go together. I just wanted to put them together because it is something I tried to find on the internet and I couldn't find it very well. So, and this is episode 8 of the Next.js Mastery course. Those ones who are following the Next.js Mastery course, this is episode 8. If you haven't checked it out, please go ahead and check out the Next.js Mastery course. It is really cool, and you can just find it on the nextjsacademy.com. So I'm just going to show you, for example, here the progress where we have reached so far. We have episode 7, and you can see it is already 6 hours that we have already pushed 8 lessons. So that is very cool. But in today's video, I just intended to put this on YouTube for free because my team and many other people have been asking me about the push notifications. Now, how are we going to use them, or how we intend to use them in our app? First of all, the e-commerce project we are building in the course, it has it has the customers, it has the admin, and also it has the riders, people who are going to be delivering the products to the customers. So what I want is when, for example, a customer makes an order. So a customer makes an order. Let's say a customer makes an order. It can be either via email or via WhatsApp, whatever, but the customer makes an order. So what I want is a push notification to be sent. So after this, I want a push notification to be sent to the riders, or the riders. So the one notification is going to be telling the riders a new order has been made. Do you want to go ahead and deliver this to this customer? So this is going to help us, the riders, to look at the notifications in real time. And if he wants, then he's going to get a link to go to the order. Then he can accept to deliver that order. On the same time, what I would want is also the client to receive a push notification. I don't know if it's necessary or not, or even me, the admin, to receive also a notification which says a new, so here I'm just going to say admin, and also maybe a customer. I don't know for the customer if it is necessary, but I just need to, the admin, also you receive notification on your phone that says a new order has been placed. Okay, and then the customer says thank you, a thank you notification saying the order has been received and we are working on it, and you can check its details, and it's here. So really, I want the push notifications to work in this app. The second thing, I want it to be a progressive web app, and because more especially the customers and the riders, they are going to be using their phones. More especially the riders, they are going to be using their phones to actually use the app. So I want them to be able to receive notifications on their phone, and also to be able to install the app on their phones. So they are going to be installing the app on their phones. And then also the customer, it is very easy if he installs the app on his phone. He can just resume shopping or check on his order anytime by just simply clicking on the app. So that's why we need these two functionalities, the PWA functionality and also the Firebase push notification to make sure that we receive real-time notifications. And of course, this has a ton of applications. In most of the applications I've been building, this has been a necessity. And everyone in my team, wherever they have been assigned this task of adding push notifications, it has been really a tug of war. And right now, I'm just going to go ahead and try to implement this. Now, I've not pre-recorded this video, or I've not actually implemented them, so we're just going to go knuckles, like bare hands, and we're just going to try and see if we can get it working. So first of all, I have a documentation as usual. I haven't battle tested it. I just wrote it. I got like a tons of places, documentations, added them together with AI to create this one. And now we're just going to prove it if it works or not, and then we just make it everything work seamlessly. Okay, so we're going to look at of course installable on mobile app and desktops. I already have this, by the way, the progressive web app thing working with already this blog. If you see that I already have this blog, you can see here it has in open in app, so you can just click here and you see that it opens actually as an app, right? So I already have this working. I already have this working already in my portfolio, so it's not a big thing, right? So I'm just going to put it back. I'm just going to go ahead and put it back. I'm just going to go to JB and then go back to blogs, and this is the blog. Okay, so the first thing, I already have my app running. So I have an app here running, a Next.js 16 app running. You can just go ahead and install it. That is not a big problem, I believe. So this is the one here. So this is what we have built so far in our previous videos in the course. Okay, this is just not coming from any database. This is just like a UI. Just there is nothing much going on. We'll make everything work properly as we are adding in from database. But right now, this is just like a dummy site with just a bunch of stuff, right? So you can just make this, go ahead and install a new Next.js app and run pnpm dev. You will have it running and you can test it. And if you're wondering why it is running on 14.08, you can change a port easily in your package.json. Here, you can just add --14.08 or any port you want. You can add it in here. So that's not a big deal right now. Okay, so let's get started with our documentation so that we see if we can add this step by step. Okay, so the first step, you have already the Next.js app, you see it, and the first thing you're going to install is the Firebase. So we just need two packages of Firebase. The one is Firebase and Firebase admin. So Firebase is the front end, and then the Firebase admin is the back end. That is going to help us to implement the backend functionalities like an API. So I'm just going to go ahead and add this. What would be good? I'm just going to stop this server. I'm just going to go ahead and start installing these packages. Then the next thing is set up the Firebase Cloud Messaging, the FCM. So the first thing you have to go to the Firebase console, which have taken like years without going to Firebase. But let's just go ahead and see create. So just going to go ahead. You can see that I used Firebase those days like 1,000 apps. I used to have like a lot of apps. You can see like I have the Smack Chat, Gmail clone. Those days I used to do a lot of Firebase. So right now, just going to go ahead and create a new Firebase project. You can see if you reach at this point, click on add project or create a project, and then we give it. So just going to go ahead and create a new Firebase project. Okay, just going to give it a name. This is going to be now I'm just going to call it Bazaar because that's going to be the name of my app. I accept. Oh, how do I reach to the Firebase? I just need to, I think, delete some of the apps. Let me just go to and remove some of these apps. Just going to, like, if I click on these ones, can I just delete, or just like use another account? Can I use this another account? I think I just need to use another account. I don't need, I can just leave these ones actually. So what I'm just going to do is, instead of deleting these ones, I'm just going to try another account instead, right? So I'm just going to go here and copy this link and just go to either Brave or any of these ones where I have like another app. Just going to paste this. Okay, yeah, so I'm just going to go, this is a new one, and I already have also there one app. Okay, so this is okay. I'm just going to say Bazaar UG, nice. And then you are one project away from project limit. How many projects do they have for the limit now? Like 3. Okay, but the good thing, this one is going to work. Just going to say continue, and then we don't need to enable this Gemini in Firebase. Like, do we need that? I don't think so. And then just continue. And Google Analytics, we don't need Google Analytics for this project. Okay, we don't need that in this. Let's first look at this. User segmentation testing across Firebase. Breadcrumb logs in Crash Analytics event. The Google Analytics is a free and unlimited. Okay, that enables targeting. I don't know if just like we need to leave that. You can just like leave it like that. And then they say configure Google Analytics, and that's the problem. Configuring all these, I don't know if just like necessary, but you could just like go ahead and leave them. Analytics location, do they have even like I don't know. I'm just going to leave the United States the way they did. Create a project. So the project is being created. We're just going to see the next thing. So we create the project and then click create project and wait for the setup to get complete. Okay, so then the step number 4 is we have to register your web app. So in your Firebase dashboard, click on this web icon and enter the nickname and then register the app. So let's go back and see how far it has gone. Okay, just going to wait and it is finishing up. So I'm just going to pause until it is done. Okay, so it seems like it is ready. Your Firebase project is ready. Just continue now. Okay, so we are inside here. We don't need all these. What we need is the settings, I believe. So I'm just going to go here. So you say in your Firebase project dashboard, click on the web icon. Just going to first close all these. Tell us about your app. I don't know why they bring Gemini to our faces, like so there is add app, and then click on web. So we just need this, and let's register a new app. I'm just going to call them the same name, and then just going to say also setup. We're not going to use Firebase hosting. Okay, we don't need Firebase hosting in any way, so just click on register app. Okay, so we already installed Firebase, which is a good thing. So in this case, what they want us to get here and copy the Firebase configuration object, you will need this later. Okay, so a step number 5. So this Firebase object, this one, the config, we need this one, so we need to copy this. I'm just going to go in my app. I'm just going to go in the lib. I'm just going to say Firebase config, Firebase, maybe, I don't know, .ts. Let me just first add it here for now, like this. Okay. Then we have enable cloud messaging and get the Vapid key. So in the Firebase console, go to the project settings, click on the cloud messaging, and then we get this. So I'm just going to go back here. So I think we are done. We just go back to the console now. Here you have the analytics, which I don't think like people are still using even Google Analytics, are they? Okay, so we need to go to the let me just click on the settings. Okay, so I think this is the settings, and then under this we just going to go. Those who have not seen what I've done, I clicked on the project. You see this project, click on it, and then it brings this gear thing. Click on the gear, and then these are the project. I think our project ID and everything. What we just need to click on is this cloud messaging. Okay, so it says enabled, and what do we need from this side? We need to generate, I think, the Vapid key. So you see under cloud messaging, under web push certificates, click generate key pair, then copy the generated Vapid key, save this securely. Okay, so we just under the web push certificates, we just need to generate this. Okay, so we have here this key, the key pair. I'm just going to go ahead, and they don't have a way to copy this. Like they didn't think of like if I click it, it should just like copy. Seriously? Okay, I'm just going to select it like this, and then I'm just going to go back into my app in the env. For now, I'm just going to add the Vapid. I think they call it Vapid key or something. I'm just going to first of all add it here for now. So okay, so generate the key, copy the Vapid key, and save it. So we have it saved in the env. Then download the service account key. So in the project settings, go to the service key, service account tab, click generate new pair key, and generate the key in the confirmation dialog. This downloads this here. Save this as in your project root, and we have to add this in the so I'm just going to go back in here, still up here under the service account. So this was under the cloud messaging. So now I'm just going to go under service accounts. Okay, so under service service accounts, click generate new private key. Okay, so we have here, then we have Firebase admin SDK, then Firebase secrets and others. Now at this point I'm confused. Okay, the button is here, Node.js. So I'm just going to click on generate. Your private key gives access to your project's Firebase. Keep it confidential. So I'm just going to go ahead and generate the key, and you see the good thing, it generates it as a JSON. So we're just going to save this as service key.json. So I'm just going to go ahead and save this. Okay, like so, and then save. And then we just need to press this in our root. So I'm just going to copy this file, paste it in the root of the app, like this. Okay, next. So we're just going to add this, of course, in the git ignore. So create an environmental variables. So creating environmental variables like this. So we just need to go ahead and copy all these, and let's place them in the env like this. I'll first remove this password thing that we had. So basically there is next public vapid key. So this is where we need this. Just going to go ahead and remove this, and then I can just add it here. Okay, nice. Then we're just going to add, of course, all other remaining ones. You can see API key, blah blah. So I don't know where we're going to get all these, but so replace actual Firebase configuration values. So just going to add these in the Firebase. Let's just go ahead and add this in the git ignore to ignore the already. If you go in the git ignore .git ignore, you will find the node modules and also the env. Okay, but then down here we can just now add this service account key.json, the one that we added here. So that should also be added within this one. Now you can see it has changed the color. Please make sure it changes the color like this into grays, so that it is not. So then the next thing is configure Firebase in your app. So lib firebase.ts, we just need to add in this. So in the lib we had firebase.ts, but I had added it, the one that we copied. Let me see. Yeah, so let's first put these ones actually inside the config. So I'm just going to copy this config. Let me copy this config and go to the env and populate these values. So I will paste it here. Let me start with the API key. Cut the API key and next public Firebase API key. I will add it here. The second thing is auth domain. Cut this. And let's go to next public Firebase auth domain. And then we have the project ID. I'm just going to cut this and also add it as the project ID. And then we have storage bucket. I'm just also going to cut this and I add it as the bucket. And now I have this messaging sender ID. I'm just also going to cut this, and then I'm just going to add it here. And finally the Firebase app ID, which is this, which I'm just going to add in here. So that those are the ones we need. The measurement ID is not necessary. So this is all the keys we need in our environmental variables. Okay, now we can update now our Firebase lib firebase.ts with this. Now you see it has the config, it initializes the app and all these nice things. It has even the permission to request for the permission. So let's go ahead and add this. Firebase.ts, remove everything, and now let's add this. Okay, let's add this. Of course, we have added these variables there, so you can just add this here. Okay, let's see what is this warning saying. So we can just go here. The warning is saying that environmental variable that is not defined in any env file. Okay, we already have these ones and we are very sure they are there, so that's not a big deal. Okay, yeah, so everything looks good. Only that we have any here. Does this promise have to be any? Okay, we can just first allow it here, maybe. Just disable entire file. Okay, nice. So we don't have any errors in this. So the next thing to do, let's see, step number 10, create a service worker. So in the public, we create a service worker like this. Just going to copy this and let's go and find our public folder. This is the app lib and this is the public. I will create a new file, Firebase Messaging service worker.js, and we can add this. And we need to add these stuff direct in here, by the way. These ones you need to add them, so I'm just going to go back in the env. Let me just go in the env and let's go ahead and get all these values. We copy them manually, go to this file, this JS, and let's add them here. So I'm just going to be putting one by one. First one is the API key cut, and let's add the API key here. The second one is auth domain, so just going to go ahead and add the auth domain. So this one, as you can see, it is in the public folder and it cannot access the environmental variables direct, so that's why we are doing this. Then we have the project ID. Then we have the bucket. Yes. And then we have the messaging send ID. Send ID like this. And finally the app ID. Okay, just like this. So you can just go ahead and remove all these. Okay, so here it looks, everything looks good. I don't know if we add these icon and the badge. We'll see how to add them, but for now let's not mind about them. Hoping that everything is good. So you can see that give service workers access to Firebase messaging by adding these scripts, and then we have this, and then we have stuff we have in here. Then the next part is converting into a progressive web app. So this is all the settings we need for Firebase push notifications. So now what we need is to convert the app into a progressive web app. The first thing we have to create the manifest.ts. I'm just going to copy this. So create manifest.ts inside the app. Yeah, so this is the next thing is create the manifest. So I'm just going to go ahead and create this file, manifest.ts. Actually, it could just create from here, but let's just go inside the app, create a new file, create manifest.ts. Okay, And let's go ahead and copy everything in here and add it in Manifest. So Manifest is actually the one that tells more about the app. So we just going to say the app of the name, for example, here is going to be we're just going to see like the bazaar UG like this, and then the shorter name, we're just going to say the yeah, we're just going to use the I don't know the longer name and the shorter name. Okay, then description, just going to leave it like that, standalone. So in the icon, I don't know if the purpose they are saying this is not there, and if you just check in the actual documentation, so this is the actual documentation. If you just go to the Next.js app guide is progressive web app, you'll see that in the manifest there is no the source, size, and type. You don't need to specify the type or the purpose of the icon, so we can just actually remove this type thing. Okay, we can just remove the type. Okay, so we'll add these images, I believe, later on. These icons, we'll create them later on, but I just continue. Now, one thing you can also specify in here that I find maybe, I don't know if it is useful or not, you can actually also add, so I was checking here, you can also add the screenshots. Okay, you can just add the screenshots. So if you just want, you can just go ahead and add the screenshot, like for example for the for desktop view, and also the one for the mobile view. So you I just wanted you to know that you can also do that in here. Okay, you can just add also in that, and you add these screenshots. Okay, the next thing that you can do is so the next one is generate the icons. So we can generate the icons, and so there is this, and there is also the PWA builder, I don't know. So we can just generate this. There is a favicon generator, and there is also this is the image generator. What is this? The PWA builder. Okay, I will see. I will like we'll see what to do, but let's just go ahead and drop the image. So I would have some logos in here. Okay, so I will go with this one. I don't know if I can add it on white. So let me just go to, I could just go to Canva and I create a 512. Let me see what they want. So basically the image, I think the maximum one is 512. So I could just come in and I create a new file, like a custom one, I think, custom size. I'm just going to say 512 and then 512. Just like create a design, and I can just go ahead and add in my logo. So I have the logo here. You can also go ahead and create yours. I have two logos actually. I have this I have this one with just a B. I also have this one, so I just want to try this one. Can I just add it in here? Yeah. So this, of course, this is already white, as you can see. So I just want to drag this to fit in properly. Let's see if that makes sense. Nice. I don't know if I'm supposed to give like some room for breathing, but this looks nice to me. It looks like it's centered. I'm just going to leave it that way and just go ahead and download this. is going to be 512 by 512. I'm just going to go ahead and name it to let's just name it to logo underscore 512. I'm just going to go ahead and now bring this one here. So pick favicon in the download, add this, and nice. So they give you how this is going to look on dark mode, light mode, and everywhere. And this looks absolutely amazing. I love it. They give you everything Apple Touch. This is how to look and everything. This is how to look actually when you install it, which looks cool actually. Which looks cool. They give you a lot of places where to use this. So next is, I don't know, I never used this. So for the icon, so download. Okay, I think we just need to download this. Yeah. So you can just right click and extract. Yep. So the first thing to do is use that in our Next.js already in the app, we have the favicon icon. I'm just going to delete this one. First of all, I will copy my, where is it? It looks gorgeous. Just going to copy this, Ctrl C, and let's go to app. And let's paste it. So this has to go inside the app, the favicon.ico. This one, you add it in the app and to be automatically picked up. Then the rest of these ones, we're going to put them inside. So I'm just going to leave them. I can just go ahead and add them direct to. So if I just do this, I can just go ahead and, since these are in this folder for favicon, I can just copy this, take it to public. So let's just go to the public here, and they can just paste this here, and inside the favi, what? I just don't need to paste in this only. I just need to bring in the whole entire folder. Okay, I'm just going to go to the public again and paste this. Yeah, so this time it is a folder with all these. We might just rename them. I'm not seeing the one, yeah, the one of 512 is there, web app manifest 512. Okay, so I think that's done. From this side we are done. Let's go back to the documentation. So we have this. So you say place icon 192 and icon in your public folder. So we're just going to go ahead and rename them. Okay, I'm just going to copy. So the one of we're interested in the one of 192, which is this one, which I'm just going to copy direct to the public. So this should be direct in the, if I go to here, public, and I'm just going to rename this to icon. I'm just going to rename it to this icon 192. So right click, rename this icon 192.png. Nice. Go back in the favi icon and let's get the one of 512. This one, copy, go back in the public and paste, and let's rename this to icon 512. Just like this. I'm just going to rename this like so. Nice. So we have them renamed. So step 3, update your next config. So just going to go ahead and add the headers. So we can just go ahead and add the headers only. So this starts, we go up to this point, I guess, up to here. Let me copy this. Let's go to the next config. So we already have next config with the images, so I can put them below images here like this. Okay, so we have async headers, and inside the headers we have an array of the source, then all these ones we can just leave them the way they are. The next one is part 5, creating this. So they just like creating like the this has no much things. You can just go ahead and add. We already have the types for product, maybe even for the cart item. So if for us here we already have the cart functionality in our app, so if you don't have, just simply copy this. For purposes, we already have this. Then you can also have the products, which we also have. So for us, we already have also the products. So if you don't have any products to use for dummy, you can just go ahead and copy these products and add them in your like data. For us, we already have the types. So if you check in our data here, we already have data.ts, and we have actually like products somewhere. So like we have categories, products, and all that. So yeah, product base, and then we have generate products. So we also have generate products, then we have the products here. So we have these already. What else we need? So then build the backend API. So this is why we use the Firebase admin, right? So they just go ahead and get this in the lib, create Firebase admin.ts. So here we're just going to create this Firebase admin.ts. And by the way, if we wanted the screenshots, we'll create them maybe later, or I don't know for that. So I'm just going to have this Firebase, and inside this I will add this. We can disable the use of require, because this is just like you need to use the ES6. You can see here. We could, if we try to change this disable type entire file, I just like first disable this, leave it like so, okay, and then step 17, create a send notification API route. So this one is the API route that we're going to be using to send the notification. Never mind if this is your first time to look at API, we'll talk more about it, but for now, for purposes of this, just simply for the let's see, for the steps, the way I'm doing it, but I will explain in another episode. In the next episode, we'll talk more about the API, building API using the book that I published, the Next.js, the API guide that I have. We'll use it, but for now, simply just for we'll understand this. So we have API send notification. So just going to say API. So inside here, just going to say send notification /route.ts, and then add this. So basically, this is a post route which is actually accepting the token and the items, the cart items, which we actually have also in this here. So we get them from await request rejection, means that this one comes from the client side. And then if token, in the future, this is going to be coming from auth. We'll just talk about that. Like the token, this is supposed to be a FCM token for the user. So this in the future will be coming from the authenticated user. But for now, they just get from here, from local storage. So that's the only thing we want. If you just look at it, is having the token, and then it gets the total, then items, and then the message. So this is just like the message that we want to send. So in the future, we're going to be sending even the message and what. I will be using this endpoint in a very nice way. So we're just going to be sending this right now. Then building the front end UI. So basically what we already have the cat context thing already working. So if you don't have the cat, you can just go ahead and add this. But for us, if you are following the course, you already have the cat functionality already working. So never mind about that. Okay. So, but if you are following this tutorial from YouTube, please go ahead and create the context and add the cat functionality. So I'm just not going to add this. We already have that. And then of course add this in your cat provider. So we already have this actually, by the way. So if we check our layout, I think the one in the app, you said we already have the cat provider doing that. So create product card component. We also have the product, this product, the add to cart functionality working. So you can also just go ahead and do that. Then we also have the cart. So the only thing we just need is to see how we are going to get this. So you can see the cart props. We have these. We just need to see how we're going to do that. Okay, so maybe I'm just going to create this. I'm just going to call this one the FCM card.tsx. I'm just going to do this. So I'm just going to go to components for purpose of testing. I will go in components. Let's say shop cart. Now we already have cart. I'm just going to write this as FCM cart.tsx. And in here, I'm also going to change this to FCM. So you can see this one, I expect to FCM token and on order success. The reason we have just used it is that it has, for us, we have the use cart. I don't know what is in the use cart if we have everything here, but we have also use cart. And we don't have the get total price in that. I will look at it. Maybe we could just add it actually. So let's go and see in the cart context above here. I will just see that function. So the function is here. We have the get total items. Yeah, so we can just add this. Okay, in our you can just check this use cart where it is coming from. So there are a lot of functions as you can see them here, and we can just create them. Where are these functions actually? Add to cart, remove to cart. So you could just come down here and add these. Okay. Yeah, I think we can add them. So if we want, we could add them in this the cart context thing. So do they take in anything? So if you look at, for example, this, they don't take in and they return. So like this return as well. So if you hover on this, it tells you, I think, what it returns. So this returns a number, the get total price, the same thing with the get total items. Okay, get total items and get total price. So you can just come here and add them here. The get total price, and we also get total items, get total items, the same thing, like so. And then down here we can just go ahead and add them in these here. So you can just add get total items, and also get total price. Okay, nice. So if you go back, I think, to the FCM cart now, we should be able to get the total price. Okay, so let's go back to where we had reached. So I have this FCM cart. Now the good thing with this is that it gets the cart, which has the cart items, update and everything, and then we have this handle press order function, which is alert, please enable notification first to receive order confirmation. So of course you have to allow the notifications if there is no FCM token, whatever we are going to call this. Okay, and then we have, if your cart is empty, blah blah. Then the most important thing is in the handle press order, you said it is actually calling await. It is calling this send API. I don't know if we just need to put anything here, but you can see it has with this post, and then we send the token and the items as wanted. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead, we'll call this call that somewhere. So if you just go create app.tsx, and then we could just go ahead and do this. Okay, so we already have a lot of things in the cart, but I'm just going to go ahead and also add this this one here. Or maybe actually why don't I just like put this in the I'm just going to put this whole component, I'm just going to create it its own. I'm just going to create like another component in the shop, and I will put in the home. I'm just going to call this I'm just going to call this push notifications, push notifications .tsx, and then I will add this. Okay, I'm just also going to change this to push notifications, just like that. So we can start now getting everything here. Let me actually just like maybe comment them before I remove them. So the first, we need use cart, which gives us the total items. That is okay. We need register service worker. Where do we get that? I'm not saying why they are getting that. Let's first leave it there. Payload, we can also leave this, and then down here, oh, we have this function register service worker. I don't know why up there is not. Okay, I'm just going to leave everything the way it is. Handle order success is supported. Let's get some things here. Products, let's get the products, and let's also get the product card. Yeah, so actually everything matches, and let's get the FCM card. Nice. So we basically now have only one error, which is this. Let's see the problem here. Error cannot access variable before its declaration. Why don't we have this const register? So if we wanted to actually use it the way it is there, we could just call this, because this is an arrow function, you can just actually cut everything like this, and you could just call this an async function like this, just like this, and put this. Okay. Still here, cannot access. Okay, just going to maybe get, I thought if I just use a function approach, it would get it. Let's add it here. See, set is supported. Coding set within an event is going to cause a cascading. So that is also, we'll see that one. Let's first make it work anyways. Remove this, use client, so everything looks to be good. And so the most important thing is this token. If it's not there, you can see we handle the enable notification, and if you look at enable notification, it generates this token and saves it in the local storage. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this push notification, and let's take this inside. So we could just add this inside the let's go to home, shop, page. So if you look at this, there is this one thing, so you can just go ahead and, you know, comment this, and then instead put this here. So now before we start the server, we're supposed to make this HTTP. So if you scroll down here, you can add the global under utilities, slide in. Do we have utilities? Let me check in the global CSS, root dark and at base. Okay, I can just go ahead here and maybe copy at utilities. I'm supposed to have, like, maybe we just add it at base or something. Those days, right now we're no longer using this, so I'm just going to simply copy these keyframes and paste them inside the base, because we no longer have the utilities thing. Just going to paste them in here and see if that will be okay. The next thing is part 8, testing your app. So you can see that we can update the dev script here. We add also -- experimental HTTPS. I think we can search this in the Next.js documentation. Oh, so you can see when it is under the documentation, testing locally, use Next.js and then -- HTTP for testing, because they will not allow this to work. So I'm just going to go ahead and add this instead in the you can just add the same thing in here, I believe. Yeah, so you just say next dev -- experimental, like this. So I'm just going to go back in the package, and here I already have -p, maybe before this I can just add this. Okay, so now let's start the pnpm dev. I don't know what's going to happen if everything is okay or something. So the certificates were created, and you can see now we have HTTPS. So you can just click on this link, and now it's going to give us the HTTPS. So remember, this is which has our products and everything. So let's go ahead and wait and see. Okay. First of all, this is good because I have some things I'm looking at. So we have some products, which is good here. 2, we have this enable notification, and we have the install button. This is good, guys. So far so good. We have the install, so which we're going to test later. Then we have the enable notification. Maybe I should first go ahead and for a second, let me just go ahead also in the layout. So for now, in the shop layout, which is supposed to be in the shop layout, let me first go ahead and first take off this. We'll see how to put it nicely, but right now let's just like remove it. Nice. So we have this header which they have given us, created for us, and you see that this is good because we have the PWA shop and we can enable notifications. So let me just enable notifications, and they say allow. We have allowed notification on this. So you see that the notification enabled, it has a green check, which is nice. Then we have the shopping cart. So let's just go ahead and add some items. Add this. Oh no. I do not want to go to, I just want to go back to home. Okay, so we have one item here. Then we can add another one. They just add 2, and then the routes us. We'll fix that because I think we have this whole thing routed. Yeah, so we have 2 items. The card doesn't look the best, but this is okay right now. We have total. Can I just like maybe work on this? Let's just first go ahead and see the FCM card. So if you look at this, has okay, I think where we have added it inside the, so this FCM card, we added it inside home, inside the push notifications here. So this is PW, so this is the header we are seeing. Then we have the notifications, which is here, and then we have the products. So the products, if this is a grid of 7, and you can see that this takes scores 3. Okay, I just want to see where we have the, so here it takes grid cores 2, and the card, it takes core 1. Okay, so for purposes of making this beta, we just design, of course, this much beta. Let's say this one takes actually LG core span. I'm just going to say core span 1, and then this one just going to say core span 2. Okay, for purposes of just like, yeah, nice. Like this one becomes small, this one becomes big, so that we can see very well. So we have 2 items in cart. The most important thing is now this here, place order. So I'm just going to go ahead and place this and see what is going to happen. And you can see that the notification has come, success. That is good. That is how it's supposed to come, just like that. I saw the notification, but I expected something. Let's first go ahead and install, by the way. Let me first go ahead and install this to see that the installation actually works. Oh, so it can. This is why you add the images. Okay, like I'm looking at this space. I don't know if this is why you put. Just go ahead and install this. Wow. This is great. So now we are in the progressive web app, guys. Look at this. So now we are not touched right now in the browser. We're just now in this window right now. And I believe if you go on the, if I just go to the move everything, you can see that this is actually the icon is here. Like, look at this. The icon is here now. Okay. And if you hover it, it even tells the description, which is really cool. And if I double click it, it opens the app. Look at that. Okay, it opens the app. Right now we have two apps instance. I'm just going to close one. Okay, so I just want to go ahead and now add this. Of course, now we don't have a way of going back. Oh no. I just need to put a button temporarily for going back home, I think. Okay, let me just do this. So does it mean if I change right now in the code, does it affect? Let me just first go to the cut, like the actual cut now. I just need to see this share icon or something. We have this back shopping thing. Let me first look at this. Okay, I'm just going through for where I have like the title, category, quantity. Bag, shopping bag. Let me just look at this. Maybe we're not seeing some things. The only thing I'm just seeing is the, oh, this is the product detailed page. Sorry, the product detailed page here. This is not the card, just like the detailed page. So I just want to add, we have the title. So this is the title here, and this is the category, and this is the share button. So what I just want to do right now is to make this share button a link that takes back to the home page, like this. So I don't know if this means that it does work. I don't think so. Like, this is not a link. Okay, let me just see if I added some text. So share. Oh, actually, yeah. So, but it doesn't work like that. So you mean the links don't work or what? Because this is supposed to be linking back to the home page, but it is not working the way we expected. Okay, I can just fix. And for some reason, it is actually saying get this compiled successfully, but here we are still in this. How do we refresh? Oh, you can just actually open in Chrome, back in Chrome. Okay, nice. But you see here, you can say open in app and it has this logo. All these ones we're going to be learning them because okay, so what I want to see is this they push. This is how like it comes. It doesn't stay like that. Let's see the push notification that we are sending actually. If you go back to the API, so this is order confirmed. Your order of item have been placed successfully. I just want to add something else. For example, order confirmed, and let's add like another emoji here on front. Just going to say window dot. Let's just add this. Nice. So let's just go ahead and press this and see if this works actually. So press order. Oh, check your notifications. Okay, so here on the web, I don't know, I'm not seeing them like popping up here in the notifications or something. I don't know if that goes to I'm not understanding. Basically, if I just have it on the phone, I wish I could have it in the phone. Let me first add some things in here. Okay, and just going to add another one. Oh, what's that? Okay, I'm just going to add. So I have two here. I just want to go ahead and wrap it like in the mobile app interface. On they look different on this. The products are so many here. Can I just let me just say only, if you just go to the FCM card, okay, in the notification, this is why we have products. I'm just going to say dot slice 0 to maybe only 2, like this. Okay, so we have this. So I don't know, like, is it supposed to be like fail to place an order? Is it just because of the wrapper we have just added? We just have to deploy this at some point, and then like I check it on the, because this, but now we actually have an error says fail to place fail to send notification. What would be the problem? Let's see down here. So first of all, error requested was not found. So the API send notification is returning 500 this time. Wait, messaging.send. Okay, let's first go ahead and check this API. So we have everything. We're just going to go ahead actually also like console.log, more especially token, and They say the items. Then the item list, and then this is the message. So we have the message, which has a notification and data, then plus the token. Then we use this messaging, where messaging comes from Firebase admin. So why, for some reason, the Firebase admin is okay. I'm just going to go ahead and restart, guys, for some reason. Okay. Okay, so I just want to go ahead and press an order. You can just refresh this. Yeah. And let's go ahead and press an order. No. So we get the if you look at this, we have everything including the token. Yeah, so this is the token. Okay. Error sending notification, requested entity was not found. What is that supposed to mean? So, and this comes from the messaging. Okay, I'm just going to copy this error. Let's try to copy this, and I'm just going to add it in AI. Just going to go to cloud. I will just go back to this here, and I will add this. Okay. So this error occurs when the FCM token is invalid or expired. Oh, add token validation. So we can, I get. So the token, I think, has the expiry time. So we can get a token, and where is the token validation now? So your token has expired. Okay. So upload your front end handle token refresh. So in the in this we can add some props right now. Okay. I'm just going to see how we're going to add that. Let's take the, so if it expires, what are we supposed to do? The token refresh. Let's say the token and on token expired. So you're supposed to create a new token. Let's go ahead and delete this token and actually confirm that. So let's go ahead. First of all, let's update to get the actual error, which would be good actually. So in this route here, so we have the route, this one, and let's add this. So basically what it is doing, down in the send, it does a try. Let's go ahead and fix this. It does a try, and if the error code registration taken or registered console or expired, So you can return this and then you refresh. So we can listen to, I think, to that code and then you refresh that token. So I don't know what that one is supposed to mean now when you're using it in production. The token is supposed to be for every session or for every what? Validation. Then solution to update your front end to. Okay, I think I'm just going to go with this. So there is here a 100 token here. So okay, so we're just going to go ahead and delete this and refresh the page, but I don't know, it's a concern. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Like I thought that you generate one token. We just come to know that, but for now I'm just going to how do we know like it's expired? Like to delete, register, storage get. They just go ahead and delete the token and it generates another one. So I'm just going to go here, right click the browser. Let's go to application, as if it can accept. Just going to go to local storage and FCM token. Let's go ahead and remove this. Okay, so we don't have the token. We close the app, refresh. So has it generated a new one, or because it didn't ask? Oh, enable notification. So it is here. Just go ahead and enable. Okay, let's go ahead and press. Okay, so I think the problem was that the token got expired. But hello, so I just paused the video for a while and I made some few updates. Okay, so the first update I made was in some files, this push notification file, then also the route file here, this one, and I also made some adjustment in the service worker, that is the Firebase messaging worker, this one. Now these changes I've already updated them on this here on the documentation on this blog, so you don't need to do anything, simply follow what is in the documentation. You'll find everything in here. Now one thing that I wanted, that made me actually to make this before I complete, is that there are two types of notifications. Okay, there is what we call the foreground notification and the background notification. So when this app, let's say the client has this app installed and the app is closed, and then you send a notification, which is going to be in the most cases, so in the most cases when the app is closed, this sends what you call a background notification, the one that you normally see on apps, like your LinkedIn is closed or your TikTok is closed, and they send a notification. That's what you call a background notification. And the foreground notification is when the app is open. So when the app is open, the user is looking at it, then we use the foreground notification, and that is the one that we have updated inside the this one. So this Firebase messaging, this one you can see it messaging on background message. So this one, it does it when the app is closed, and then when the app is open, this push notification is the one that we actually see. So that is very important to understand, that there is foreground and there is also the background. Okay, you can just go ahead and take a snip, like maybe just like add this somewhere in the this. Let me just add it somewhere. I'll just find a spot before testing here. I'm just going to say note the difference. I'm just going to add it in the blog. The difference between the foreground and background. I'm just going to add this. I don't know if I can paste this. It's supposed to be. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Yeah, so this is how I'm just going to go ahead and push this so that you can find it also attached. Okay, so you can see, do you need both? Yes, so you need both because you can see here that if you don't have both, let me just also add this. Okay, without the background, so you need both of them. Okay, you need both of them when the app is closed and when the app is open. This is how it will behave. Maybe down here you add this. Let me see. Yeah, so that's cool. I'm just going to leave those also those ones. Okay, so those are the changes I made. So when the app is open and then you make this, you will just get the this one. So this one is the one we call the foreground notification, and the other background cannot come when this is actually open, the app is open. Okay, so that's the difference between those two ones. But otherwise, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.